and welcome everybody to the first episode of the Foul Out Show with Garrett
At
and Ian.
forward,
Today, we're going to talk a
6'5",
very
number
loose topic.
30.
Today, first topic for our first episode is going to be our top 10 in the NBA going into the second half of the 24-25 season. You know, you got a lot of teams, we've got a lot of really good teams. Got a really surprising team in the Cavs, especially the Cavs, and you got a lot of injuries going on. You got a lot of people coming back. You got a lot of people going out. Like, everybody thought that Jared McCain was going to be the rookie of the year. Look at him now. So top 10s change a lot, especially in today's game. It's very unpredictable, very random feeling game today. That's why we love it, though. And Garrett, I'm gonna go to you. We'll just go right into it. Who's your number 10, man?
I think I'm gonna put Kyrie in at my number 10. Um, he's not higher on my list, mainly due to he is not like the only star on his team, and he's not as good as some of the other players in my opinion. But right now, he is the best player on his team. He's outperforming Luka. Luka may be averaging more points, but Luka's never available. It's kind of hard to say he's better when he's never there. So I think I'm gonna go with Kyrie. He's averaging 25 points a game right now.
Yeah, he is
Pretty
really good for
decent.
them.
Decent percentages too. Not like overly amazing, but I think he's having a good impact on the team. So I think that's what I'm gonna go with for my 10.
So my number 10, I can smell the comments coming. Glaze, casual. Yeah, well, screw you guys. Luka Doncic is my number 10. I'm sure you can take a wild guess who my number 9 is going to be. But Luka's my number 10, even though he just got injured. Luka was a top 2, maybe, he should have won the MVP last year. Luka Doncic was the best player in the NBA last year, and I will stand by that, and I will take it to my grave. Luka Doncic was the best player in the 2023 season.
Nah. I don't think he could be considered the best player in the league last year, mainly due to how immature he was in the biggest moments. How can you be the best player in the league when we saw that he wasn't in the finals?
Well, the finals is different. The finals, he had no help.
He,
It
no,
was rigged. It was rigged. We all know it was rigged. Okay? We
even
all know
before
the
the
finals. Shut
finals.
up. We all know the finals last year were rigged. They're
Sure.
but the like we were not getting. I'm saying we. I'm a fuck. I was about to say I was a Cowboys fan. Damn, that's low. But I am. Well, I'm a Mavericks fan. And watching the finals last year felt like we were getting no calls at all. And when Luka got fouled out in Game 6, or in Game 5, I
He
kind of
completely deserved it.
he did deserve it
Why would he
because he was
take a
fouling. But
charge?
but that was not a charge.
Yeah, no,
That
no.
was a
He
stupid
tried to
charge
take a
call.
charge. He tried to take a charge.
But I can't remember if it was that last one that got him fouled out in Game 5 or
Yes.
not.
He
But
tried to take a charge while standing straight in front of the defender, not letting them move. So he got
but
a blocking foul.
regardless, Luka was very mature in the finals. But aside from the finals, he should have won the MVP. He was the best player in the league all the way up until the finals. He was good in the playoffs. Him and Kyrie went crazy. That's why he's my number 10. This year, he's having a low year and he's injured. He's probably going to be gone for the rest of the year or at least a month. But he's still one of the best players in the league, even on a low year. And I hope that he can come back next year and be even better because we've seen what he can do. Like I said, last year he was the MVP. If like even Jokic, when he got announced as the MVP, even Nikola Jokic was like, "Well, damn, I don't deserve this shit." So like, I think number 10, Luka Doncic is very solid. So I'll go to you for your 9.
My number 9. It's still early to call, but I think I'm gonna put LaMelo Ball at my number 9. 30 points a game. He's playing incredible. He's been available at least decently. He's played 22 games this year out of I think about 31 games. So he hasn't missed that many games. His averages are incredible. Like 30 points, 5 rebounds, and 7.4 assists a game. And it's not like he has help other than Brandon Miller. He has Brandon Miller. That is
Well, the
all he has.
Hornets always going to be the Hornets, so you never know with that.
Yeah, but I think LaMelo Ball is having a incredible breakout season.
Especially since he's been so injury prone, he comes back this year and he has been absolutely stellar for that Hornets team. He's been absolutely essential for their success.
They haven't had
And
any success.
for, for their success, LaMelo Ball needs to be in the picture. So, um, he's a great player, and we haven't really gotten to see him like perform because he keeps getting injured. As long as he's not getting injured, he might be on his way to being a top 5 player, and he's been great.
I
But
um before we get into your number 9, which I'm assuming I know who it is, um the thing about LaMelo Ball is last year he averaged 24 points a game. Now he's averaging 30, nearly 31. So he's playing great on the scoring end of the ball, like offensive. Obviously, he's lackluster on defense, but what are you gonna? Eh. But Brandon Miller has been incredible in his second year.
yeah,
Already looking like a star, looking like he could be a future superstar. But they're gonna need a good draft pick in this up and coming draft because otherwise oof, they're screwed.
all right. My number 9 is the rookie of the year in our hearts, Jared McCain. Uh, Jared McCain was insane before he got injured. Jared McCain has been a great NBA player in his first year.
Wait. No. Calm down. If we couldn't consider, if people were saying it's outrageous to consider Wemby top 10 last year, there's no way you're going to put Jared McCain up there.
Wemby's in my top 5.
No, last year, everyone was
I
saying it
don't
was
know. Like,
outrageous.
I don't know why everybody was just like everybody just despised, no, thinking Wemby was that good just because it was his rookie year. Like, Victor Wembanyama is a damn good basketball player, and nobody wants to accept it. So, I mean, I guess think
You also
what
have
you
to
want to
think of
think.
availability.
Yeah,
And
and
the only
Wemby has been
reason
great.
Jared no, the only reason Jared McCain played the way he did, ignoring just his plain talent, is the fact that he had the opportunity of no one being there. He had
Yeah,
no one there. So yes, he took the brunt of the scoring because they gave him a green light because Embiid and Paul George were out. Maxey was wishy-washy, so they gave him a green light. That doesn't make him a number 9 player in the league yet. He isn't there anymore. He doesn't get that I can be number 9 when I'm not there. Just
yeah,
the
that's
reason why
fair
we
enough.
put Luca at I put Luca out of my top 10 because he's not there.
Mm-hmm.
So how are we going to give a dude who's not there top 10? I'm
It
not putting
makes
Embiid
sense.
in. I'm not going to put Embiid in top
But
10
my
because he
number
can't fucking
9,
play.
besides Jared McCain, if Jared McCain wasn't injured, I think he'd be my number 9. But I guess you can give the number 9 spot to Kyrie. So he's a good playmaker. He always has been. He's a great ad for that team. You know, since he came in first that half of the year when he got traded from the Nets to the Mavericks, everybody was like, "This isn't gonna work," and you know they're like, "This is stupid. Can't put these two guys on the same team. They're gonna ball hog. They're not gonna want to give the other person the ball, and it's gonna suck." So second year, their first full year together, they go and they almost win the whole damn thing. They went all the way to the finals and they almost won it. And they made each other the one of the best duos in the league. And them two, they are great together. They are just the charismatic two people. They just needed each other to succeed, and it worked. So I think that's I think that's a great thing, you know. And Kyrie Irving has been great this year. So I mean, yeah, Kyrie's my number 9. What do you got for number 8, bro?
Number 8. I think I'm going to put Anthony Edwards at my number 8 this year.
Ooh, sneaky.
Um, 25 points per game, that's all right, but he's shown himself to be actually really good from 3-point range, which I know people are all freaking out because everyone's shooting threes. That's the reason the ratings are down. Blah blah blah. Shut up. That's not the reason the ratings are down. The biggest reason the ratings are down is because you can't watch the damn games. You can't access it. And everyone who wants to watch basketball is just using Stream East.
I mean, yeah, and you don't get ratings for Stream East. Stream East is literally you get one view for one video or for one stream on Stream
Yeah.
East because that one person that's streaming it is the only person that's technically watching it. And Like you've got Mavs TV. What even is Mavs TV? You've got every team. There's no there's no real television anymore. No nationally televised games so you get to the playoffs. And even then, you still got games on TBS.
Well, the nationally
What?
televised games are like teams like the Lakers, which
Yeah, but like, what do you know? When you get to the playoffs, the ratings are up because everybody can watch it.
yeah, in
Not everybody can watch it when you've got these, when there's like people, there's companies going in and out of taking these teams and commentating and doing all that and taking control of their television rights. Like Bally Sports had a ton of teams last year, and then they went bankrupt, and they sold out, and now they're gone from every single team almost that they were streaming for. So now you've got all of these teams. Ratings are terrible, and the 3 point is basketball. And if you don't like it, then you're an old head, and you should shut your mouth. Anthony Edwards is a top 10 basketball player, and everybody who shoots threes is a good basketball player. And I don't care what anyone says. It's just how basketball works, and I'm with you on this one.
um like he's making 42% of them on 10 attempts a game, which is I believe better than Clay Thompson, so
It's not hard to
so
do that.
yeah, Clank. But still that's impressive for a dude who came off of last year shooting 36% on 7 attempts a game. So that's an incredible leap for him in his just shooting performance. And obviously he is still a great defender.
Yeah, and he
And
is one of the most charismatic guys in the league.
Julius
Everybody loves
Randle.
Anthony Edwards.
Julius Randle. I was actually all for that trade at first. Cat, I wanted Cat out. He did not perform well on a few sides of the ball when it got to clutch time when he had to, and it was disappointing because I was rooting for them because obviously my two teams that I usually root for did not make the playoffs. Um, Spurs and Golden State Warriors. My sweet
Bandwagon of all
darling
bandwagons over here.
sir. I was rooting for them before Wemby ever came along. Thank you very much. I used to like Jeremy Sohan, so
Oh, Jesus
yes,
Christ.
yeah,
Mr.
that's
One
the kind
Hand.
of dude I was. But I mean, like, and of course, I still like the Warriors, even though we didn't make the playoffs last year and we haven't been great in a little while. I think all we need to do is make a good trade and get rid of Kaminga. Kaminga needs to go. I'm hot take. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done.
Yep.
He's out. I can't handle him in
Jonathan
this team.
Kaminga sucks balls. We know this,
He's
so.
22 years old. He still has a lot of progression to go, but
But he sucks. So.
in the Christmas game, he could have helped to not get gamed on by Austin Reeves,
Jesus Christ.
blowing by Andrew Wiggins, and then going up on a guy, Jonathan Kaminga, who is taller than him. So he's going up on two people. Jonathan Kaminga doesn't even jump. He's sticking an inbound with 2 seconds left, seeing the ball in someone else's hands. Like, why are you sticking? Like, why are you? Why? Go defend the dude who's putting up the layup. Like, what? It's just, it's confusing to me. He didn't even jump, barely put his hand up, and when the game got iced, he didn't even seem to react. Like he didn't care. He knew he's out of here, so I'm ready for him to go.
Well, yeah, when you got bad basketball players, it makes you not like your team. So, and especially when that bad player is the best at his position that you have, and you have no other choice, hardly at all.
No, we
Um,
benched him earlier.
yeah, that is true. But on to my number 8. I think we're at now, right?
Yes, I believe so
So,
because yeah, Ant was my
yeah, my number 8. I gotta think about this one. There's a lot of good basketball players. Um,
No, there is.
I think my number 8 basketball player going into the second half. Whew, I gotta think about this, and I'm being annoying, but I think I gotta give it a little thought here. I think thought. I I think my number 8 is. Damn, man, this sucks. I hate this. It's a lot of good players. I just don't know where exactly to rank them
Mm.
all. My number 8. Shay.
At 8?
No, he's Wemby. Wemby's my number 8. I said he would be top 5, but I'm thinking there's a lot of guys I think that are better. And most of them, not as much that they're better, more that they play for better teams. And they're better because they have better teams, and they play better because they have better teammates. And when you have people like Jeremy Sohan and the rest of the nobodies, and then Chris Paul, who's like 80 years old.
He's still averaging 8 assists a game.
Yes, and he still is. And Chris Paul's a
And
great player.
the Chris
But
Paul effect is real. Every team has been better with Chris Paul,
yeah,
including the Warriors last year. I don't want to hear people talk about it like he failed the Warriors. He he was coming off like the bench for one,
yeah. But
and he
Victor
made us better.
Wembanyama is a really good basketball player. Next year,
Also, keep in mind they're 500. They can make the
yeah, they are
playoffs or play in
500. They
this year.
could make the playoffs. But I think that
But
the
it's
rest
also a
of the
hard
team has to
Western
define
Conference.
themselves to make him as good as he really can be. So until then, I think that Wemby's number 8, and he is really good. He's had a great stretch games. He's putting up GOAT numbers, and if he keeps that up, he might be in that GOAT conversation come 10 or 15
I
years.
believe last time I checked, in the last 15 games, he's been averaging like 27 points a game, like 11 rebounds,
And
4
how
blocks.
tall is he again? 7'4"?
They like to say 7'4", but there was players who played with him or like played like against him who said that kid ain't 7'4". He's like 7'11". Like, I mean, he's massive, and
You know what else is massive? Low taper fade. I'm sorry, I had to do it.
I
Okay,
need
okay.
to edit that
Don't take
out.
that out of the. No, you're not taking that out. I'm not taking that out.
Yeah.
Anyways, so my number 8 is Victor Wembanyama. He's a great basketball player, but he needs the rest of the team to provide with him so that he is better than he already is. Um, yeah, I think that's it. And I'm gonna do a little Uno skip card here and go to my number 7, and then you got 2.
What?
I'm rambling on.
All right, go ahead.
So my number 7, I think my number 7 basketball player in today's game, um, give me a Chet. He's injured, so.
And he's not better than Wemby. What are you talking about?
Yeah, he's not. My number 7.
Plus, he's out for pretty much the entire season. So
Number 7. Show me a Kyrie Irving.
I thought you
Show
just
me a Kyrie Irving.
I thought you put him 9.
Oh yeah, I did. Because
The
hold on.
Mavs fan biased is crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy. Well, you know, I gotta think. Again, show me Ant Edwards.
Ants?
Yeah, show me Ant at my number 7.
All right, all right. That's
Well,
reasonable.
Anthony Edwards, I've already said this because I agreed with you. He's really good. He's a good basketball player. And he's one of the most charismatic, one of the most energetic, one of the most well-loved players in the league. And he's averaging really good stats. And he has been. And he almost took the T-Wolves to the finals last year, and he was really good. So, yeah. I think he's a good basketball player, and I think he's my number 7. So, there you go. And now you're number 7.
And my number 6. I mean, these are gonna go back to back. For a good reason, I believe. So I think my number 7 is gonna have to be Kevin Durant.
Ooh.
I would love to put Curry in the top 10, but right now he's in a slump. He is not playing like he normally has. He had that great Christmas game, and he had a good game before, but he's also had some horrible nights that are looking like the worst of his entire career. And he's not averaging his averages from before. He's still an amazing player. He's still top 15 for me. Just he's not top 10. But I think my biggest thing would be he's averaging 27 points a game. KD. He's playing great. Does not mean the Suns are playing great.
And he's pretty old too. To be producing
Oh
like
yeah,
that,
no, he's old as hell.
he's really old, and to be producing the way he is, he's one of the most. He's got one of the most like
versatile
really,
bags.
really notable longevity. He's one of the most notable longevity
Incredibly
style
underrated.
players. Incredibly underrated, and he has been his whole career. He's always been an MVP level player. His
I
whole
do not
career.
believe that as a statement. That's true.
No, but in general, I'm talking about his averages over his career. He's been crazy.
Yeah, that
He
doesn't
was like
mean he had the impact of an MVP level
no, but
player.
he's been like the Wemby before Wemby. Wemby is getting the torch of the Kevin Durant style guy. He's coming in and he's taking that spot. And Kevin Durant is one of the greatest of his kind ever.
Yeah,
And to
KD
be
is
as
incredible.
criminally underrated as he has been his whole career, it's crazy.
No, everyone overrates him just in skill level. I think what is underrated about him is his longevity. People
Yeah, and the
underrate his
way he's
longevity
been
because they
good
want to
his
talk
whole
about
career.
Braun. They want to talk about Braun, how he's 40 years old. He's still playing. He's playing with his son. He's still good. He's not top 10. I'm sorry. He
He
had a
hasn't been
horrible
either.
slump.
The only thing that he has going for him in the last 2 or 3 years is that he scored a lot of points. His career.
Yeah,
It's like a retirement tour playing with the Lakers at this point.
he's not a bad player, but it doesn't mean he's top 10.
At some point, you've got to hang it up.
Yeah, I think he still has about 2 years in him.
I think so too, and he's really
No,
good.
2 or 3 years of viable play, but I don't think he wants to do that, and I'm hoping he doesn't.
And he just wanted to.
And
His goal was to play with his son, and
I
he's
think
done
he
that.
still wants to play with Bryce, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
Bryce is a lot younger than
No, Bryce
Bronny.
is 17 right now.
Yeah, 17. You gotta wait a while.
Yeah, but I have not a great opinion of Braun because of what's happening with Bronny, and it's not the
all the glaze
nepotism.
too. Oh
No,
jeez.
it's not the nepotism that gets me. It's the fact that he's forcing him into a position of, oh, he has to try to be in the starting lineup when he's not ready. He should have played another year of college. He's a good player too. I
And
don't
he
think he's
died on the
bad.
court too, so that's fun.
Yeah. I mean, he played great in some of the G League games. He hasn't been bad. His field goal percentage, of course, isn't great, but I mean, what
Yeah.
do you expect? Um, he's a small guard.
It's his first year, and he's under a lot of pressure. I mean, his
Yeah.
dad is LeBron James, and
When
the
you
only reason
sell,
he's even playing is because his dad is LeBron James. Let's be honest, he's
yeah,
not that great.
he sold 50 mil in over 50 million in revenue just from jersey sales. It was insane.
I mean, it's cool to have a Bronny James and a LeBron James jersey in your house. Like people want that stuff. That's cool. That's awesome, right?
That doesn't
But
mean he's
is he
NBA
that
ready
good of
yet.
a basketball?
I think he should play out the rest of this year in the G League. They're talking about putting him in the lineup again for the Lakers, and
I
I'm like,
think that if he
dude,
stays in the G League for a year or two, he'll be a good basketball player. He just needs time. He was rushed to the league,
that or
and
put
his
him on a
dad's
different
LeBron James.
team. Put him on
I
a
know.
different team. Like, send him somewhere like, say, the Wizards, where he can play with the ball. He can get
Exactly.
into a groove.
You
Send
send him
him.
somewhere that's in a rebuild, and he
He
can
can
show
find
off what he
value.
has.
He can
Yeah.
show you that he's an important player. But right now
hmm
he's not. And I mean, he can be good on the Hornets as a backup PG or something like that.
Well, I don't want to be an asshole, but let's finish up the Yapatron and talk about your number 6.
My number 6, I'm gonna give that to Carl Anthony Towns.
Yeah, that's exactly who I'm putting at my 6 as well.
He's been fucking insane this year. I
He has
mean,
been
like, it
fresh off a
hurts me
trade,
inside to say he's
fresh
better
off a
than
trade
Anthony
too.
Edwards right now.
And I don't think anybody assumed that this trade would pay off as much as it did for them.
Yeah, he has made them a championship contender. He
Yeah,
has
they've
made them
been
a good
great.
team. Like, obviously they were a good team last year, but just not the level they are right now. So he's gonna go. Like, that's enough said. I don't think there's anything more I can say about Cat right now. He's
Yeah, he's just a great
13
basketball
rebounds a
player.
game, I believe. 25 points. He has an incredible impact. Now his defense still sucks, let's be honest.
Yeah, well, his defense always has, so.
I'm gonna
He's just a
let
scoring
you do
guy,
your.
and you can find that there's a lot of value in scoring, but you got to do more than that. You got to do more than that. It's the NBA. Defense matters. It's a scoring game. Yes, you got to score to win, but defense matters too. So
Um, Now let's get your number 6.
my number 6, Karl Anthony Towns, for the
All
same
right.
reason. All right, now on to your number 5.
My number 5. That gets choppy when we get into the top 5 territory. Um, you got to think long and hard when you get to top 5.
You do. I got to remember how many people are playing basketball in the National Basketball Association,
I need a second to think.
and how many are good. Well, if you got a second, I know who my number 5 is.
All right, you go ahead.
Shea. We'll put Shea for real at number 5. Um, there's 4 more players better than him, I think, and he's really good. You know, since he has been with the Oklahoma City Thunder, he's been like a Russ figure to them. He has brought them up from the ground, and him and Chet are like Kevin Durant and Russ. It's literally like the same thing, and I don't think anybody can disagree on that. It's like watching them in a new era, and it's so fun to watch. That OKC team is so fucking awesome to watch. And Shea Gilgeous-Alexander is one of the best players in the league, and he has been for a couple years now.
I swear someone's gonna call me a casual if I forget someone very specific.
Yeah, I feel like I'm forgetting people too, and I'm gonna get shit on for it.
It's just when you're talking about top 10, you have such a wide scope of players it could be.
Exactly. I mean, there's a lot of people that play in the NBA, and there's a lot of people that are really good at playing basketball who
Yeah.
are in the NBA.
I think I know what my number 5 is. If you're done with your number 5.
Yeah, you can go.
Donovan Mitchell.
Donovan Mitchell.
He is leading an incredible team right now. Obviously, people are going to talk about how Evan Mobley is a do-it-all now and how Darius Garland is averaging 20, but Donovan Mitchell has had some insanely clutch moments. And they had an insane run early to start the season. They're still only lost 4 games. It's scary. They are making the Eastern Conference look scary, but also making
Yes,
them
they
look
are.
like bums because everyone else in the Eastern Conference looks pathetic. But honestly, I think the best thing to say is Spider. It's just Spider. I mean, great. Like he has just been a leader for that team.
Yeah,
And
and
and for a player they were talking about
that's one of the things that they
moving on
needed
from.
too.
Yeah, they were talking about moving on from him, that him and Darius Garland didn't match, that team was not going to do anything, that Jared Allen and Evan Mobley couldn't do it. Evan Mobley can't figure out how to score. Evan Mobley can't do this. Jared Allen ain't good enough. Oh, Darius Garland, he fell off. Oh,
I'm
Donovan Mitchell,
sorry.
he's not good enough.
Please excuse me. Whoever that was, go fuck yourself. Okay, continue.
I don't know what the hell that was, but yeah, Donovan Mitchell not like obviously he's not the MVP, but I think he is in serious competition because when you're leading the best team in the league, or well, the best standings in the league, um, obviously you could say there's competition between them and the Thunder, that those two could be the best, but it's just incredible to see him finally come into full form, and I think he could still get better. So I think I'm gonna put him at my 5.
Number 4 for me. I don't know how many hate comments I'm gonna get for this. I'm gonna sound like a weirdo. I'm gonna sound like a super fan. LaMelo Ball is my number 4 player in the NBA. Now hear me out. Now hear me out. LaMelo Ball is gonna end up being the best of the balls.
Oh yeah, he absolutely is. He already is.
And yeah, he already is. And he just needed a full season. That's all he needed. He needed a full season, no injuries, to be
He's had injuries.
to be the best player. Yeah, to be the best player he can be, he just needed that one season, and he's gotten it. And he has performed the hell out of it.
He's still
and he
missed
is
8 games out of 30, but that's
he's
better than
looking like
normal. He's played
yeah,
more
I know,
games
right?
this year than he did last year.
And he's playing like a legitimate MVP. Give him a year and he will be in the conversation. I'm telling you this now. I'm getting on the bandwagon. LaMelo Ball will end up being a top 20 player of all time when he's done. And I don't care how many people tell me I'm stupid for that. LaMelo Ball, if he can stay off of the IL, okay, if he can stay off the injured list or the inactive roster, if he just stays out of that and he stays consistent, he will be a top 20 player in the NBA of all time. And I'm taking that to my grave, and
He's
I'm
gonna
calling it
average
now.
a lot of assists because Brandon Miller, and if they can get or draft a decent center like Donovan Clingan,
Yeah,
or
all he needs is a little help. That's all he
yeah,
needs.
a good center or something like that, or trade for one. I think like a good scoring center, of course. They need scoring and they need defense really badly because they need rebounding. They need to get the ball back, and it's been a problem. So I think they need a good defensive-minded scorer. But
Yeah, and that's one of the
Brandon
things that'll
Miller's
make him really
scary.
good. And he's already really good.
Yeah, him and Brandon Miller are scary. And on that note, I'm going to talk about an incredibly young player too, Victor Wembanyama
Number three,
at number 4.
number four.
At number 4. Vic has been insane this year, like pure chaos. In the beginning of the year, everyone was saying Chet's better, Chet's better. He's not good enough. Oh, he's falling off. He's all blah blah blah. Yeah, no, I think that has been silenced. Everyone's saying you shoot too many threes, all this stuff,
Well,
and
if you're 7'95" and you can shoot threes, and you can dunk on people, and you can block the shit out of people, I think you're a pretty damn good basketball player.
but yeah, I mean he's scary right now. In this last stretch, 27 points a game, 11 rebounds, like 4 blocks, like 3 assists,
I
4
mean, you got this
assists.
guy in his second year out of Europe performing like a goat.
Oh yeah,
Like if you put up his last 10 stretches of if you put up his last 10 like 10 15 game
shit, talk
stretch on just
Christmas.
a sheet of paper. Listen, if you just put that on a sheet of paper and showed it to somebody and you asked them what kind of stretch you think this would be, somebody's going to say LeBron. Somebody's going to say Curry. Somebody's going to say Jordan because it looks like a goat list of games. The way he's been playing in the last like 20 games is insane.
A better comparison would be someone like Kareem or
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and like
like
the big guys, and he's
because
performing better than those
he's getting
big
too many
guys because he can
rebounds.
shoot the ball.
Yeah, and in that latest stretch, he's been shooting like 38% from 3 or like near 40 in
And
this
that is
15-game
crazy for
stretch.
a big guy like that.
And the people are talking about, oh, the new era of basketball and how, oh, you shouldn't be shooting this, you should be in the paint. That's why they got injured. This is why players like Kareem and Shaq and all those players struggled with injury. They were putting their body in, and he's not big enough for that. And even if he was, it's still a lot of risk. And his spacing of the floor, where he can shoot from every level, gives him an easier run to the lane when he pump fakes at the like 3-point line. And of course, they're going to have to get up because that's the only way you're going to contest him. You have to jump as high as you can, and it's still not going to phase him, most likely, because you either get your hand in his face, which is still a tall task, or you're
Literally.
screwed. And I mean, he's averaging 25 right now, I think, and 10 rebounds, 4 blocks, definitely Defensive Player of the Year. Should have got it last year. Um, I just genuinely think he's an insane player, and it needs to be looked at more. And I get it, he's young, but he's top 4 in the league.
That's not ridiculous to say that.
And he's already looking like I can say with 99% certainty he's going to go down as the greatest defensive player to ever play the game.
That is not ridiculous to say that either.
I love Hakeem. A lot of people like to say Jordan's the best defensive player ever because he did have insane defensive stats, even if he only won one Defensive Player of the Year. But he's going to be better than Ben Wallace. He's going to be
That is
better than Rudy
crazy.
Gobert. He's going to be better than Hakeem, I think. Like, I don't know if he'll get as many blocks, but he's going to get more steals. He's going to have more impact. He's definitely going to get way more Defensive Player of the Years because who's going to compete with him? Walker Kessler? Old Rudy
Like, who the
Gobert?
fuck?
Dyson Daniels is the only competition he's had this year in Defensive Player of the Year category, and that's still
Doesn't
not
make any
enough.
sense, bro.
And it's like, it's incredible to see a young player playing this well, and I have high hopes for his future.
And I don't think we've ever seen anybody perform like that.
Yeah. Now, I believe you did your number 4, correct?
Who?
Was LaMelo Ball, right?
Yeah.
What's your number 3?
My number 3. My number 3 is Nikola Jokic.
Nikola at number 3?
Wait, no. No, Nicola's my number 2. I think Giannis is my number 3.
Giannis, your number 3, okay.
Yeah, Giannis is my number 3. I mean, he's the Greek freak, man. He's been consistently one of, if not the best basketball player over the past 6 to 7 years. Since he broke out, he's been one of the best ever at what he does. And he's just crazy in the paint. He's crazy athletic. And he's getting way better at his shooting lately. And just his impact on both ends of that floor is insane. He's got good defense. He's got good offense. He's good in the paint. He can get you some baskets. And he can stop the other team from scoring some as well. So you got that. And it's the same thing with Nikola Jokic, but Jokic has done it better in the past, like in recent years, in this year too. So I think he's my number 2. And yeah, but I think Giannis is my number 3.
All right.
And I'm just gonna go ahead and say that Jokic is my number 2 because it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Nikola Jokic does everything Giannis does, just better. So
Before you get too ahead of yourself, I guess I'll do my number 1 and 2.
yep.
Actually, I won't do my number 1 and 2. I'll do my I'll do my number like mm, yeah, I'll do my number 3.
Do your number 2 and then honorable mentions.
Yeah, well, I'm going to do my number 3. Cuz I haven't done that yet. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah.
30 points a game, great defense, leading the second best team in the league. Obviously has an incredible impact. No one can guard him. There's no guarding Shai. Name one player that could lock him up. No one. There's no one.
Yep.
He has such a weird flow of basketball. He can go really fast and then just break it down real slow. And the way he moves in the paint and around it, just, oh my god. The Maple Jordan. I mean, what more can you say?
Yeah.
He's incredible this year. I don't really know what more I could say. He's leading the best team in the league, in my opinion.
Now, I want to say this. Joel Embiid is not in my top 10. And so he's not going to be my
He's
number
not
1.
in mine either.
Joel Embiid
Don't
has
do
been...
your number 1 yet, because I haven't done
I'm
my number 2.
I'm going to say my honorable mentions and let you do your number 2. So,
Alright.
Joel Embiid, he would be number 2 or number 3, maybe even number 1 if he wasn't immature and injury prone. You know, the way he's been, he has been just so odd. I mean, just lately he's just been weird. I mean, he's really good, and I think when he's healthy, like I said, Jokic does everything Giannis does but better. And Joel Embiid has done everything that Jokic does but better. I think. And I think he was better than Jokic last year, and he should have finished second in MVP behind my Pookie Luka, and that didn't happen. So, yeah. But if he wasn't injury prone, I think he'd be up there. But my other honorable mention, uh, my other honorable mention, give me Josh Giddey. Giddey. Josh Giddey has been great with the Bulls.
Josh Diddy is crazy.
All right, number 2 for you. Let's go.
I'm going to do my honorable mentions first for my top 10. This isn't honorable mentions for top 3, but Joel Embiid, obviously an honorable mention to get into the top 10. I don't know if he would still be considered, even if he was playing every game, a top 3 player, just with the way the top 3 players have been playing. But he'd definitely be up here.
If
John
he wasn't injured,
Morant's
probably.
honorable mention for top 10. He's playing great. He's helping his team. He's made a good decision to slow down with the dunking a little bit because, oh my lord. He also put the Glock down. Anyway, Jalen Brunson, honorable mention for top 10 too. Obviously, Knicks are great this
Mhm.
year. He's helpful. And oof. I think Chet will be an honorable mention for top 10 too.
Mhm.
If he wasn't injured, I think he could be up here. I don't think he's top 5 or anything like that, but I think if he was healthy and playing well, he could be up here because that Thunder team would be insane. They already are without him. But now I can get to my number 2. My number 2 is Nikola Jokic.
Yep, same as mine.
Jokic is a great player. Um, I tried hating on him. I mean, I tried. It's just hard
And
to.
there's just some players you can't hate on them, and it's like this is what I mean with Wemby. Is people the hate on Wemby is so forced. People just don't want to admit that he's good, and people will do anything and go out of their way to hate on him. And it's the same thing with Nikola Jokic, and you did it too. You wanted to hate him. Everybody wants to hate Nikola Jokic, and like because he doesn't like basketball. He considered it
No, I
his
love that.
job.
I love that about him.
Yeah, I
Um,
know that's cool, but
I
some people don't
just
like.
I just always thought Jokic was not my player. I was like, is he's overrated. I don't think he's gonna be top 10 or all time or anything because everyone was trying to say he's gonna be the greatest center of all time. He's gonna be this and that. I don't think that's true. I think he's gonna be an incredible player, maybe top 25, but not top like like number one
Some people
center
are
ever.
glazing him up to top 5 already, and I'm like, nah.
He's won MVPs, but I mean, where's the other championships? I get people are gonna bring up, oh, his team's gone. Yes, but we've seen players carry their teams to extreme heights, and if Jokic is as good as everyone says he is, he should be able to
Then
do the
he should,
same.
yeah, he should be able to do that.
Especially when he doesn't have that horrible of a supporting cast. And I mean, like Jamal Murray has been horribly off this year, but he's still not a bad player. Obviously, Jokic wanted Russ for a reason. I love Russ, but I don't know why he was saying, I need Russ. I want Russ. But he had his reasons, and Russ has been actually really good this year. I'm really impressed. But I think Jokic is my number 2. He's a great player. Like 30 points, near a triple double. Um, it's Jokic, man. I
Uh
mean,
huh.
he's
I mean,
fucking
you can't do
insane.
anything about him.
Yeah, 31 points, 13 rebounds, 9.5 assists.
Well, here's my number 1. Are we ready?
Go ahead.
My number 1, the NBA 2024, is Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell
Wow.
is the best player in the league right now. It's not even close.
His
These
scoring isn't up there, but I mean, he's
this
good.
Cavs team came out of nowhere, and the centerpiece of it is Donovan Mitchell. And Donovan Mitchell being good is what's making that team good, I think. So I think that Donovan Mitchell just because they came out of nowhere and he is doing so much for that team, I think he's the best player in the league right now. And I don't think you can really argue with that. You know, some people can make their arguments for it, and some of them might be right with some of their things, but I just think Donovan Mitchell is the best that there is right now. And I don't think that until anybody proves that wrong, or until he starts sucking, then I'm gonna be wrong. I think I'm right, and I think that that's a very good pick. So say what you want. Call me casual. Call me a dumbass. I don't care. I think I'm right.
I could agree with you on some points. I think he's incredible this year. And I get his scoring isn't going to be up there because he's playing with a lot of good players right now. But I'm not sure if I would put him number 1. Obviously, I believe I put him number 5.
Yeah, you put him number 5 and then Wemby at 4.
Yeah. He's a great player. And it's kind of funny. They were talking about breaking this core up altogether. They were
Uh
going
huh.
to trade off pieces, rebuild. oh, we need to center it around Garland, or we need to get rid of Garland, or we need to get rid of Donovan Mitchell, and then they come out and play some of the best basketball we've ever seen. Second longest winning streak to start a season, like undefeated streak. I mean, it's great, only behind obviously the greatest team of all time. Um, those that lovely 73-9 Warrior squad,
Yep.
which
And then we also got
no KD,
the Bulls back
72
in
and
the day
10.
are up there. Yep. And the
But
Cavs might finish up there in the 70s. So
yeah, that might be a little debatable. I
I think
think
they
they
finished. They could definitely finish 70-12. It's very possible.
maybe. I'm thinking more like 69, 68 wins, which
Yep.
is still an incredible record. It's just the Western Conference is such a competitive conference that when they play those teams,
But
I
even
think it'll be
then, they're
difficult.
playing against those teams and they're still dominating. I mean, it's just crazy.
Yeah,
Like I
but
said,
like
this
there's
team came
always
out of nowhere.
teams like the Thunder and the Rockets that have a chance of beating them. And it's like, yeah, they're a great team. I think they're going to be the best team in the league at the end of the year. I just like off of record, I don't think they're hands down the best team in the league. I think it's a mix between the Thunder and them. Either one could go for a championship this year. I think they've proved that the Celtics are no longer the team to be looking at, and
Celtics
I
weren't the
love
team
that.
to be looking at in general anyway,
Oh
so
shit, we forgot to include Tatum in the top 10.
he's not top 10.
Yeah, this year he absolutely is top 10. He's averaging 30.
Yeah, I just don't like Jason Tatum.
I don't either.
Mostly because he beat us in the finals and I fucking
Tatum
despise him
hate.
for it.
The Tatum hate is strong. But yeah, he would be top 10. I don't know what I would remove to put him here.
Anything is possible! Okay, who's your number one?
My number one is Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Huh?
Giannis Antetokounmpo. No, like Giannis is averaging 33 points this year. On insane efficiency, I might add, averaging 61% from the field.
That is not like him either.
From the field? Yes, that
Oh
is
yeah, from the
on the
field.
rim.
What's his 3 point looking like this year?
We don't talk about that. We don't talk about that.
That's why he's my number 3.
We don't talk about the 3-pointer because he doesn't shoot them. He doesn't need to.
If he did, he'd be even better, and he's already really good. So I don't know.
Yeah,
But
keep
that's
in
our top
mind.
10.
Well, no, keep
So
in mind he's at 33 points a game without really shooting threes.
that is
12
true.
rebounds, 6 assists on 61% from the field, and he's the only reason that Milwaukee team is alive. Yes, Dame is playing better this year. That does not mean he is better than Giannis. I think Giannis is. I think the Jokic and Giannis race is really tight, but I think Giannis is going to come out on top and win that MVP this year, unless he's getting voter fatigue because he's been top 5 like for the past like 6 years straight. So,
That's fair enough.
um, it's basically been a trade off between Giannis and Jokic MVPs, and that and Joel Embiid. No
And
one has
Joel
gotten
Embiid is
anything.
even he is a little bit questionable. So
Yeah, so I think that I think Giannis will be my number one.
yeah, well, that's our top 10. So if you've got anything to say, go ahead put it down below in the comment section. If you want to see more from us, we will be uploading more. I think what we're gonna come up with next is a tier list of the teams going into the playoffs.
Yeah, I
Um,
think that'll be it. That or
and
something else like
yeah,
rookie class, something about that.
I think I also have an idea. We do a tier list of the different positions, like the top 10 at each position. We could do a tier list.
All right, well, that's a teaser at that.
Yeah.
Anyway, have
Well,
a great day, night, morning, whatever the hell. Um,
yeah.
enjoy
Well, we hope you
basketball.
enjoyed. Yeah. We hope you enjoyed our first episode of the Foul Out Podcast.
Yep.
We will be back again with more videos soon. And thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you later.
Signing off.